Well, Donald Trump has decided, through the bruising of his punk little pride, that he is going to debate the Harris of the Kamala variety. So, how will that go? Will he win? Will he. How will that go? Say it to my face, Donald. And you call her the bitch, okay? You're running scared like a punk little boy, but she's the bitch. Gotcha. Gotcha. If she's a bitch, you're a scary bitch. But, that's what they call women that um, weak men can't handle. So I guess there you go. The Harris Trump debate. How will that go? September the 10th or 11th or something like that? Let's see. 10 swords on the bottom. Oh, let's go. The Nine of Cups and the Devil. Both of those are cards of greed in this context. We're talking someone maybe just making stuff up. The devil is the devil. This is the liar, cheating the thief too. The Nine of Cups is a card of excess, so excess lies. But it's also a card of wishful thinking, or just throwing the imagination out there to see what happens. So we're starting off with lies, and then there's the ultimate liar, I always say, with the magician. But I feel as though the magician here is a little different. We'll see what card we get here, but let's see. The judgment, I thought so. Someone, I won't say who, just to be fair, someone has an enormous amount of power and talent. This is also the card of Mercury. Communications, they're both air signs, so we shall see. But there's a lot of talking, but there's someone here that exhibits a lot of power. And it may be feminine in nature. But we'll see. We'll see. To be fair, I won't say it's who I want to say it's who, but someone exhibits a lot of power. The Lover's card with the Judgment, so we have some sort of recurring theme here. Keep in mind, I'm trying to be neutral, but the Lover's card and the Devil's card is the light and the dark. Light and dark, not light in the dark. Light and dark. Because the Lover's card is a card of Adam and Eve, and then the Devil's card is a card of corruption of Adam and Eve. And so you have this where things are pretty, where things are. This is actually in the Empress card. She is sitting in the Eden. But the Lover's card is a card of community. It's a card of trust. It's a card of bonds and unions and that type of thing. And then this is what happens to all of that when it's corrupted. So you have your light and you have your dark. So I can be neutral, but at the same time, it is what it is. One half is going to have a community, is going to have an abundance of power, and the other half is going to have an excess of lies and trickery. I mean, it is what it is. Word of warning, the Six of Swords is a very troubled transition there. The Five of Pentacles out in the cold. There's something that's lost and lacking there too. The Five of Cups, regret and disappointment. Let me look at this a different way. It's like, oh, since we already have The cursing Olympics have already started. This is, oh well, oh shit, oh fuck. That's what this is. The Five of Pentacles is loss and lack. The Five of Cups is regret and sorrow. The Ten of Swords is ruin and loss. It got progressively worse. And so let's do this a different way. That way we understand who we're talking about, because it's not guaranteed that Donald Trump loses anything, including the presidential election. Because remember, we're going into a time of change. We're going into a time of yanking out all the grossness so that the world can see. So we have to keep that in mind. So let's look at the debate from both of their sides. We'll start with Donald Trump. How will it look? No, we'll start with Kamala Harris, because I'm being biased. Because I don't think those cards were hers at the end there, so we'll see if they pop up for her. We'll be fair. I'm shuffling, so no manipulation here, no cuts, no edits. Will it go? How will the debate go for her? Okay. I shuffled again. No edits, no cuts. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, and it's over the King of Swords. I mean, that's the end of the reading right there, but let's keep going just in case. The Four of Wands, celebrate good times, come on. This is the card of celebration. The Tower is a card of upheaval, so let's see what's going on. The Three of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Oh, it's more so revelation. The Tower is upheaval, but in its positive sense, it is revelation. And the reason I say positive sense is because the Eight of Wands is not a negative card. If she had, let's say this, if she had like the Ten of Swords, then I would say, okay, this is going to go really bad for her, because negative card, negative card. But she has the Eight of Wands, which is more positive, and so it's neutral, but it's a revelation of sorts, because this is speaking. The Nine of Wands, strain. So there is some strain. This is possibly being overworked because of prep or whatever the case may be. The Hierophant, her position gives her or yields her a lot of advantage as well too. She's not coming in this as a candidate. She's coming in this as a presidential candidate. Page of Cups, emotions. This is pleasant surprises, things of that nature. It's also good news, and it's in the good news position, so she'll be just fine. And then there's the Fool, which starts a new journey of some sort. This is the leap of faith, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, then. Let's see how this debate will go for Donald Trump. No cuts, no edits. Oh, Donald Trump, what's this flying at? What's this flying out of here? Page of Swords. Page of Swords is the cards of lies and gossip. So the cards are like, I said what I said. So let's see. How will this go for Donald Trump? The Queen of Wands, that is now presenting as Kamala Harris. I'm convinced of it. Because it keeps coming up that way. The Chariot. This is a card of victory, usually. So, let's see. The Judgment, the High Priestess, secrecy, the Emperor. So there's a lot of, okay. So if I were reading for him, I would say this is what you need to defend against. There's a lot of judgment upon your time as president, number one, and your relationships with foreign people. Because this is your teamwork card, and then there's your foreign leaders. And so here's your secrecy card, and then there's the Moon. Why are you hiding this, and why are you hiding that, and why are you hiding this, and why are you... It's like, it's just, he's concealing so much. Again, if it was a positive, if you got this here, because Chariot's a positive card. Well, it's a neutral card. But I would say, this is hidden knowledge and secrets. But secrets is not a bad word in the tarot necessarily. This one is bad secrets because this is a mystery. This is being hidden on purpose. This is knowledge that you just have to sacrifice to gain. You have to sacrifice time, money, information, or energy. TIME, time, information, money, energy. You have to sacrifice one of those in order to get this. This is what she did. This is Persephone or Persephone in the native tongue. And so you have to go into the underworld to get the knowledge. And then she came back and she sits in her position of power. The moon is like, there's nothing to see here, even though there's all the smoke in the world. There's no fire. What do you mean fire? What is fire? There's something that he is trying to hide, and it's all around partnerships. And you see how I'm trying to be neutral, but it's like, just good Jesus. I was trying, I really was. Word of warning. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, it is, but still, good Lord Jesus. There's some exposure here. And why do I say exposure? Because the sun is in the negative position. So I'm going to read it as something you don't want. So a lack of success, number one. When you got a positive card in a negative position, it's a lack thereof, a lack of whatever it is. Or in this case, exposure. Why? Because you're trying to hide something. Kamala Harris is probably why she got the Nine of Wands in her negative position, because she has done a lot of research, or her team has done a lot of homework, and they're going to come guns blazing. Because if this is going to be their only debate, then she's got one time to sink his ship. And she's got to do that. She's got to take every opportunity to hit below the belt. Exposure. Okay. So in the environment is the Death card, major changes around all those secrets. Word of solace, you didn't get the Page of Cups, you got the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is burden. And then the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a card of victory. Got two victory cards here too. If I was being nice, you do have a card of victory. It's also a card of clarity. And when you have all of this business going on here, clarity of information, exposure, lies, secrets. I mean, listen, I'm not even going to pretend like we're, and you know what, this is kind of exposure too. The Judgment card is a card of resurrection. Yanking out the past and bringing it back anew. So where you seen what was in the coffins, because these are people that were resurrected in the traditional depiction, so of the Rider-Waite. So it's people being resurrected out of the coffin. So you see what was in there. So maybe Ivanka will join the stage. Not Ivanka. What's the child name? Ivana. Wouldn't that be something? Anyway, we shall see.